Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I do want to take a quick second because I just did a Valentine's Day date night makeup look / giveaway collab. If you did not see it, definitely check it out. But because of that collaboration, I do have a few new subscribers, and I just want to take a quick second to thank you guys so much for subscribing and checking me out. And I also want to thank my returning viewers for your continued support, because without you all, I would not have a channel. It is you guys that make this all worthwhile. So thank you so much. So for today's video, you guys, I am so excited. I was browsing on YouTube for any possible February BoxyCharm spoilers. I feel like it's been a very quiet month in terms of BoxyCharm spoilers for February, where our boxes are going to be coming very soon. BoxyCharm are some of my favorite videos to do. I do get the base box in PR, and then I also get my own paid for base box and premium box. But so a video that Hot Mess Mama uploaded, I believe yesterday, so I'm filming this on Thursday, and I believe the video aired yesterday, but I did not see it until today, said that we are possibly getting the Chella Beauty Divine Purpose eyeshadow palette in our February boxes. So we do know that these are coming to BoxyCharm, but rumor has it that they might be in the February boxes. Now, I am a Chella Beauty ambassador. I do have a discount code if you want to shop Chella Beauty. I'll have it linked in the description box below. It will save you 15% on anything over on Chella Beauty website. I got this palette last summer and I swatched it, but I have never used it until today. But after hearing that we might be seeing them in BoxyCharm February boxes, I thought, what a perfect time to pull it out, play with it, create a look with it, see what it's all about. And let me just tell you, she is pigmented. Every single color in this palette. We have 3 shimmers and the rest are matte. They are all so pigmented, like holy smokes, they are pigmented. I will insert full swatches somewhere on the screen, but of course swatches never tell the whole story. So that's why I'm not like huge on swatches, because it could look beautiful on a swatch but be shit on the eye, or it could be totally vice versa. You just never know. But I will insert a full swatch of the palette, and of course we're going to create this look with it as well. So let's just, without further ado, let's just jump on into the look. Okay, loves, so I've got some base makeup laid down, and we're going to jump right into the look. You guys, I have lost so much weight that my wedding ring just slides around my finger. I need to go get it like resized before I lose this, and I would be so devastated. It is such a beautiful ring, but look at that. You see it just slides all over my finger. Anyhow, so that was just, you know, I have random side thoughts and I don't know how to keep them to myself. But yeah, I got some basic makeup laid down, and let me just tell you that my eyebrows, I was trying some different things with them today, and I literally wiped them off and redid them about 30 times, and it got to the point where I was feeling frustrated. I was no longer having fun with it, and I'm like, okay, screw it. I threw some pencil through it, threw a like coating of gel over them, and left them. They are definitely not my favorite or my best work, but I needed to just let the brows go for now. Maybe I'll go back and touch them up after the look. But like when it gets to the point where you're feeling frustrated with your makeup, it's time to move on, let it go, because the point is to have fun with it. And sometimes when you just feel like you're not getting it right and you can't figure out why, like it begins to get frustrating. But again, here is another look at the Chella limited edition Divine palette, which they are saying could be in BoxyCharm's February boxes, or if not in February, definitely they will be coming to the boxes because they were in the survey. So Now for a transition shade, I want something darker than this, but lighter than this. So I think I'm gonna mix the two a little bit. I'm just kind of going back and forth in the pan, and then I'm gonna tap it, and I'm going to use this in my crease. Now, when I'm placing it, depending on the shape of your eye, I'm actually taking it just above my natural crease because of my hooded eyes, and I want to give the illusion of more lid space, and you can do that by applying your transition shades and your crease shades just above the actual natural crease. Okay, so that turned out a little lighter than I was thinking. Let me try just a touch of just that dark color called Mindful. Just a little bit, and we'll see. Okay, so it's not quite as dark as I thought it was going to be. Looking at the color in the pan, looks like it's like real dark, and if you swatch it, okay, so it's not as dark as I had originally thought it was going to be. So it's actually a really nice transition shade, just kind of on its own. And I'm just swiping it around, swiping it up a bit, just getting that transition shade laid down. It's actually going on very nice. I am out of my beautiful blonde Chella brow products, and I need to re-up myself on those. I'm going in just once more, and just let's see how this builds. By the way, I'm just using the crease brush from Laura Geller. You can a lot of times find her brush sets at Nordstrom's Rack for a discounted price, and she actually does have really nice brushes. I've had this for a while, so it's looking a little, I've like washed it and all of that so many times. This is one that I've had in my collection for quite a while, but I do really like it. That's why I don't declutter it. It's really nice and soft, and I'm somebody that has like naturally really watery eyes, so having this a really soft brush does help keep my eyes from watering while I'm trying to apply my eye makeup. Okay, so I feel like I've got a nice transition color laid down, and we're gonna jump into this second deepest color. There is this black color, but I'm gonna stick with this darker brown. I'm gonna grab a another blending brush. Okay, so this is from e.l.f., and this is the e.l.f. crease brush, and it's just a little bit smaller because I want a little bit more control over where I'm placing this darker color. And I'm just kind of at first patting it on the outer edge here, seeing what kind of pigment we're gonna get from it. And we'll go in and blend it, of course. But first, just kind of patting that color on there. There's some decent pigment in that one. With this darker shade, I'm kind of just keeping this over on the outer edge of the look. I'm not bringing it all the way into the inner corner like I did with the transition color. Just kind of deepening up the outer edge of the look and the outer V. The colors are layering nice on top of one another. What do you guys think? Just blending it more in the crease. Chella, okay. I'm going to go in just once more, just a touch, and just add it to this very, very outer part, and just kind of flicking my brush upwards for this, just to lift the eye. With my downturned eyes, I always want to blend upwards, never downwards. I don't want to drag my eye down any more than it already is. I want to lift it. So that is the technique that works really well for me, to lift the eye. And just kind of blend it a bit more right in this inner corner. Okay. Okay, so let's check out some of the shimmers. And these three here are shimmers. They do look rather intense. And I'm kind of leaning towards the pearly one. But I kind of want to, you know what we're going to do. So that is the one in the corner. This is that true yellow golden. Those are really, really pigmented. And then this is that pearly color. A little bit flaky, as you can see, but very pigmented. Oops, I was trying to swatch it and I just mixed them. But that is how they look in swatch. I'm just kind of trying to figure out which one I want to use for the lid, or maybe I will use two. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to apply a little bit of setting spray to a sponge brush. And I'm going to pick up the copper color. Picking some of that up on a sponge tip brush that is wet. And begin to tap it on the outer third before the dark matte shade. We're going to use all of the shimmers because I can't decide. And it'll give us a nice idea of how all of the colors work. So this one is going on really, really, really nicely. Really pigmented, really, really, really nice, really pretty. Also very smoothing on the eye. Okay, I'm going to do the same technique. I'm going to switch the side of the brush, spray it with some setting spray, and pick up that true yellow golden color. There it is on the brush. And now I'm going to tap this right on the edge of that copper and kind of on the center of the lid. So I'm loving the way that these shimmers are going on to my lid. They are not texturizing my eyelids, which more recently, the last year has started to become an issue for me with certain shimmers. And that is like my aging nightmare come true, because I am a shimmer girl at heart. And the thought of not being able to use my shimmers because of texturization is literally heartbreaking. But that's not the case. You just have to find shimmers that that are smoothing on the lid. And I can't say as to using it dry because it's the first time that I've used this palette, but as for using it wet and using this method of application, it is very, very smoothing on my lid. Now I'm going to kind of just wipe that off, flip to the other side. Maybe I could wipe it off a little better than that. But wipe it off, and then I'm going to flip to the side that I didn't use right here. I'm going to wet it. And I'm going to pick up that champagne toned shimmer. And we're going to work that in to the inner part. There it is on the brush. My chair just broke. Oh my goodness, you guys. I've got to fix my chair. Hold on. I will be right back. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I have like a little wheelie chair that I sit in at my desk, and the wheel like popped off. So I was able to just pop it right back on. But so that was a thing, and that happened. Okay, so let's get back to the palette. So I used all three shimmers. I used the lightest one in the very inner corner, the champagne one. I used this golden one in the center, and then I used the copper one on the outer edge, and this is how it turned out. I do think it's very pretty. It's very like sunset looky. But I will say that this lighter champagne one did texturize just a little bit. It made the inner part of my eye look a little crinkly. That's kind of why I'm trying to like press it in a little bit. But all in all, I think that it looks really, really good, and I'm happy with it. I want to add just a little more of that golden to the center of the lid just for a pop. I feel like I lost a little bit of that color in between the other two colors. And yeah, I mean, I'm actually really, really, really happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch the other eye up because I have horrible video editing skills and I don't know how to like fast forward. I need to learn how to do all of that. But for now, I'm just going to catch the other eye up off camera, and I will come back with the final look and let you know my final thoughts on the palette. Okay, babes, so here we have it. This is the completed look with the Chella Beauty Divine Purpose limited edition eyeshadow palette that is coming to BoxyCharm, possibly our February boxes. So I did all of the things that I did to the eye that we did together on camera to the second eye, and then I finished off by I actually decided to dip into this black and take a liner brush and kind of carve out a small wing, and then just very lightly went over it with some liquid liner. I did use this matte bone shade to brighten up my inner corners and brighten up under my brow bone. And then I wanted to keep those mostly matte because I had 3 different shimmers on my lid. But I did use from this tiny little Chella palette. This is the Mini La Vie Neutral palette. Just a beautiful little guy. This was actually sent to me in PR through them a while back in the summer, and I used just the smallest amount of this shimmer, like literally just a dot under the arch of my brow and just literally a dot on each corner. But for the most part, for under the brow and inner corner, I just brightened up with this matte shade. I wanted to keep the areas pretty matte because of all of the other shimmers that I have going on with the look. But quite honestly, you guys, I'm really, really impressed with this palette. I don't know how much use I would get out of that blue. That's a bit bright for me. I mean, you guys. But if you love blue shadows, that might be your cup of tea. That is a highly, highly, highly pigmented blue, and along with the rest of the shadows in the palette, this is a very, very highly pigmented palette. I did feel like it was very, very easy to work with. I feel like the colors layered on top of each other very nicely. The shimmers were out of this world pigmented, and I think that they are beautiful. The only shimmer that I'm not super, super, super crazy about is the champagne colored one. That one did come off just a little bit flaky and texturizing on the inner corner, but nothing crazy, really just comparable to most shimmers that are a little bit texturizing and a little bit flaky. So, but the other two, I did not have that problem with at all. The other two shimmers, I actually thought were very smoothing on the eye, which almost at 36 and a half years old, I appreciate. So all in all, you guys, I'm excited to have this palette. I have had it since the summertime, and I'm excited that I finally got into it and created this look. I absolutely adore the look. I think it's very, very beautiful. And yeah, so I think this palette is a win, and I hope that it comes, if not in the February box, to a BoxyCharm box very soon. Well, we know it's coming to a BoxyCharm box because it was in the surveys. But people are saying that it might be in the February boxes. So let me know in the comments down below. What did you think about the look? Would you be excited to receive this palette? Why or why not? You know your girl wants to hear all the details and all of the gossip. So let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye.